Hey guys, it's Danny. Today we're going to be repotting the hibiscus, tropical hibiscus plants that I purchased a few weeks ago. If you missed that video but would like to see the beautiful blooms, check out the info card right here. You'll be directed to that video and you can click it anytime. Now I have to tell you, I am absolutely in love with these plants. They keep blooming all the time. They're doing wonderful and I love them so much that I purchased 2 more that I will show you during this video. Now, even though everything is going great with them, I have a little problem. They are potted in these tiny pots. Well, maybe they're not tiny, however, I have an issue. They dry out within 1 day. Usually I stay on top by watering once a day. However, I suspect their roots have grown or something happened because right now, by the time the day ends, their leaves are already floppy. They need to be watered again, so twice a day. And sometimes it happens that they lose buds, and that's not funny. The medium they're potted in looks pretty great. It drains very well, however the pot just dries too fast. And sometimes if I'm not home, they're gonna go all limp, lose the buds, and I'm gonna miss out on quite a lot of flowers. However, I intend to make some community pots. Now, as far as I've researched and I've seen, hibiscus plants can be potted in the same pot. To be quite honest, my initial thought on these hibiscus when I purchased them was to make a braid. However, I cannot do that because the stems of my hibiscus are already pretty hard. They're already woody. I'll try this project in the future with some cuttings, but for now, I decided to keep these plants as bushes rather than the one long stem, tree-like appearance. Now, the braid version has 4 plants in 1 pot. But what I will do is plant 3 hibiscus in 1 pot. And I have 2 pots. I'm going to be planting 6 hibiscus total. As they grow, I'm going to prune them. And what I hope is that as they branch out, the branches will intertwine. And when they will bloom, there will be this shrub with different colored flowers. It should look spectacular. I've seen a few pictures on the internet. I love how it looks like. Now, of course, this is an experiment. And if I see that they don't do so well, I'm just going to separate them. And that's that. But theoretically, it should work. And if it does work, I'm gonna end up with a multicolored shrub. And that's the dream, isn't it? But anyway, let's get to it. So the first 3 that I'm gonna pot are some of my favorites, actually. This is the beautiful orange one that creates humongous flowers. I've never seen a hibiscus this big. The one in the back there is the very vivid yellow with sort of an orange center. I tried to pick the color so that they kind of go together, Anyway, and the one in the back right there is the new one. I didn't see the flowers. I just picked it up because the buds look quite different than what I have so far. What I'm hoping is that it's a pinkish version of red. I do have the red one as well. It kind of goes together with other ones, so I decided to put this one here. I didn't see the colors, but I'm just gonna go for it. And they will all be residing in a much bigger pot. So I'm gonna tell you what soil I chose and show you the pot. Okay, so the soil I will be using is Compo Bio, some sort of guano improved soil. I'm not happy about it. I really don't like it by the looks of it. I might be wrong. However, I did not find my preferred medium. By the looks of this thing, it's already a bit clumpy. I presume it's not gonna drain very well when it dries, so I added quite a lot of perlite, as you can see. I have experience with their cacti and succulent mix, and it's atrocious, I have to tell you. But if you put perlite in it, it transforms into this super good, well-draining, evenly moist type of medium. So that's what I'm hoping the perlite will do in our case as well. And believe it or not, this was the best option that I had at the garden center that I visited. We'll see how it does in the future, and I'm really hoping I'm wrong. But it doesn't look as fluffy as the other medium that I used for my Hoyas. The pot I am using is quite a big pot. It is a 26.5 centimeters, and it's a decent size for the hibiscus that I have now, which are pretty young. They're not tall at all. In the future, I'll see when I need to repot and so on, but for now I think it will do okay. And with that being said, let's get on to unpotting these hibiscus. Now, because my hibiscus have a lot of buds that I don't really want to lose, I'm gonna try to disturb the roots as less as possible. As I was saying, their medium is quite good. It's very well draining, looks fluffy. The problem is I do already see a lot of roots everywhere, so I'm guessing the root system is too big for this pot. So what I will try to do is unpot the hibiscus and not disturb the roots or wash them or do anything of the sorts. I'm gonna pot it pretty much as it is in the new medium. Okay, so how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna squeeze the pot gently. Feels rather loose. I don't think I need to squeeze. So I'm gonna grab it by the stem, by the base, and try to pull up. And Yeah, as I was expecting, there's quite a lot of roots here. I'll do the same for this guy. Yeah, he's coming off pretty fast. Oh, I see so many root tips. Yeah, this guy is growing really well. And the last one already has some roots out of the pot. I don't know if I can save these. Let's see what happens though. Well, that was not so dramatic. I lost just a few roots. Take a look at the root system of this guy. He's looking quite great. So the problem is that this soil compacts with watering a lot. The level will dramatically drop. So I prefer to make it a little high at first and then it will settle to some normal levels. Okay, this looks pretty okay. One is taller slightly, but that's okay. It gives a little bit of a depth to this pot. So I think they're fitting quite okay for now. So what I'm gonna do is just fill in with soil all around them. And this is the first pot ready. It looks kind of nice, you guys. I really like it. I'm gonna give it a very good watering at the sink right now to make sure all of the soil is wet, and I'll come back with the second community pot. Okay, the next 3 hibiscus we're gonna plant are the red one. I don't have a flower now, but this guy lost quite a few buds. The pot doesn't even want to sit straight. It is full of roots. And this one got dehydrated the fastest out of all of them. Together with the red one, I'm gonna plant this yellow orangish one with a red center. So I'm trying to find the colors that would go together great, but I think all of them will. And back here is a new acquisition. I've never seen the flowers on this guy, but I have a spent flower here. It looks like it's a combination of orange and yellow. And if I remember correctly, there was one with quite a nice orange in the middle that fades to a yellow towards the edges. So I think this is the one, so I just had to have it. Okay, let's get on with planting. And here is the finished product. I have to say I really like it. I really hope this project will work. There will be some issues along the way. Maybe some of them will grow faster than others. So I'm not sure with pruning. I might have to prune them at different times, which will not be so good. But anyway, it's an experiment. I really hope it will work and I will keep you up to date. I really enjoyed this and I really like tropical hibiscus, I have to say. Now, there is one more hibiscus you might know that I didn't feature today. It's this guy. He does not want to open his flowers. Now, it's a variety that has multiple layers of petals and it stays like this, and after a couple of days the buds just drop. I split one open and indeed there's a whole mess there. I believe this is a faulty hybrid. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to him. He is quite vigorous, but if he's not gonna bloom, well, I don't know what to do with him. So this is why I did not include him in my little project here. So I'll keep you up to date when they're gonna bloom and when I'll have multiple flowers. Hopefully I'll manage to find a day where they will all be open. I'll make an update and I'll show you guys how everything looks like. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more videos from me and stay up to date, simply subscribe to my channel. I post on a daily basis. Feel free to leave me comments down below if you have questions or suggestions for videos, and you can send me a letter anytime at the address you see here or in the description below. Choose an option on the screen if you like to visit my website orchidnature.com or watch an orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!